Tonight, we're diving into the pop songs the 70s tried to hide, tracks banned by the BBC, slammed by censors, and argued over at kitchen tables and radio stations. No filler, no long intro, just a fast, fact-checked countdown of 10 records that shook the decade with scandal, sensuality, and razor-sharp lyrics. From double meanings that snuck onto daytime radio to choruses that sparked protests, these hits forced everyone to pick a side. Which one still stirs you up the most, and why? Stick around to the end for the song that caused the loudest backlash. Let's hit play. When the Sex Pistols dropped God Save the Queen in May 1977, Britain was in the middle of Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee, a celebration of national pride. But Johnny Rotten and his band had no time for polite pageantry. Their snarling anthem called the monarchy a fascist regime, accusing the British establishment of keeping people in chains. While pretending everything was fine, the BBC banned it immediately. Major retailers refused to stock it, and yet it still shot up the charts, famously stopping at number 2. Though many believed it was deliberately blocked from number 1, it wasn't just a song, it was a rebellion pressed on vinyl. Do you think punk was just music or a social explosion waiting to happen? Before Madonna, before Janet, there was Donna Summer. When Love to Love You Baby hit the airwaves, it didn't just push boundaries, it smashed them. Produced by Giorgio Moroder, the song was a hypnotic 16-minute symphony of synths and sensuality. But it was the moans, those famously explicit vocalizations, that shocked radio programmers. The BBC banned it, some US stations refused to play it, and yet disco lovers turned it into a global smash. Summer became the queen of disco, and pop had officially entered its erotic era. Would a song like this even raise eyebrows today, or did the 70s just hide their wild side better?
But she never lost her head, even when she was given head. She says, hey babe.
Lou Reed's classic wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural lightning rod. Walk on the Wild Side introduced Middle America to Andy Warhol's factory scene drag queens, hustlers, and outsiders living unapologetically
outside.
The famous line, even when she was giving head, somehow slipped past censors at first, but when they realized, radio stations scrambled for edited copies. Still,
hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey babe.
Reed's calm, spoken word cool turned taboo into pop poetry. How many pop songs today have the guts to tell real stories about people living on society's edge?
Little nose, tiny little teeth, they wear platform shoes on the neck.
Randy Newman wasn't mocking short people, he was mocking prejudice itself. But satire doesn't always land. Listeners took his lyrics literally. Short people got no reason to live.
No short people around here.
And outrage followed. Some radio stations banned it, politicians condemned it, and Newman found himself explaining the joke everywhere he went.
Tiny little teeth, they wear platform shoes on the nasty little feet.
Ironically, it became one of his biggest hits. Do you think audiences today are better at spotting satire, or would short people still start fights online?
The whole day down.
Few pop hits come with a darker story. Bob Geldof wrote this chilling ballad after a teenage girl in California opened fire on her school, later telling police,
The whole day down.
I don't like Mondays. The song hit number 1 in the UK, but US stations largely avoided it. Too sensitive, too real, yet behind its piano-driven melody, it forced pop listeners to face the unthinkable.
Mondays, I wanna shoot.
Should music stay away from tragedy, or is it the artist's job to make us confront it? A story about a man who falls for someone he meets in a Soho club, only to realize Lola might not be what he expected. It was cheeky, playful, and revolutionary for its time. But the BBC took issue not with the gender-bending theme, but with Ray Davies singing Coca-Cola. Product mentions were banned on air, forcing Davies to rush record a Cherry Cola version before release. The song went on to become one of the Kinks' biggest hits and an early mainstream nod to LGBTQ identity. Was Lola ahead of its time, or simply bold enough to say what others wouldn't? When Rod Stewart purred, "Spread your wings and let me come inside," censors blushed, parents gasped, and broadcasters slammed the brakes. Yet despite being edited or banned in some countries, it ruled the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 straight weeks. Stewart later said he meant it as romantic, not raunchy, but the 70s moral police weren't convinced. Isn't it wild that one of the decade's most romantic hits was also one of its most controversial? At first, it seemed like a fun disco tune about hanging out at the local Y, but beneath the sing-along and dance moves was a winking nod to gay culture and freedom of expression. While most listeners happily spelled it out on the dance floor, some conservative groups accused the group of promoting homosexuality. The Village People laughed all the way to number 2 on the charts. Today, it's an anthem of pride and joy. Did the world finally catch up to what YMCA was really celebrating all along? Few Stones hits divide fans more. Its riff is undeniable, but the lyrics, referencing slavery, rape, and race, have sparked decades of debate.
Where it's gonna stop? Half-boy knows that he's doing all right.
Mick Jagger himself admitted he'd never write it that way now. The song stayed in rotation for years, but by 2021, the band finally dropped it from live set lists. Can a song be both a classic and deeply problematic, or do we have to choose? Even Paul McCartney couldn't escape the BBC ban hammer. His glam rock stomper, Hi Hi Hi, was banned for supposed drug and sexual innuendo. Officials thought Body Gun was Polygon. And assumed the gun wasn't exactly about weaponry. The controversy only boosted sales, and the song became a top 10 hit anyway. It was proof that by the early 70s, even pop's nicest guy could cause a scandal. Do you think McCartney knew exactly what he was doing, or was he just having fun with the system? The journey doesn't end here, pop lovers. Watch this next.